All right, so in this question we want to build the scatter plot, and what we should know for this, all right, if you're going to build the scatter plot, so always it can be the x's, they are the independent variable, right, and the y, they're going to be the dependent variable. So what does mean the dependent variable? So you're gonna get your equation in this fashion, y or y hat, it's gonna be something like mx plus b, so equation for line, or in your book, so it can be b1x plus b0. So the b0 would be the y-intercept, and the b1 would be the slope. All right. So what the meaning of this? The y will be the predicted value. All right, so the dependent it always is the predicted. All right, therefore the first thing to do is to identify what are your variables from the text, right? And as you can see here, the most important sentence is so the model, all right, the linear regression line, all right, so the linear regression here, all right, is supposed to predict, all right, so the one that you're going to predict is the one quality, all right, so this is going to be your y hat, which is the y value, and it's going to be based on the alcohol content, right? So the alcohol content is going to be the x value, and the wine quality will be the y value. All right, okay, and as you can see here in the example, they are all going accordingly with this information. So the alcohol content percentage is going to be on the x value, and the wine quality is going to be on the y value. All right, so they are all the same. So that's one problem out of our mind. Now, how can I get the scatter plot? You just have to click here. You go to this window and open it in Excel, right? Now you're gonna get downloaded. You just have to open it, download this. Okay, once you open this spreadsheet over here, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to insert, you're gonna go to chart menu, and you can see here the dots, right? So that whenever you open it, you're going to be scatter, so the scatter plot, and you're going to use the first one, all right? So first of all, you're going to be empty, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to right click here, you get the menu, and you're going to select data. So once you selected the data here, so you're going to add a new series here. The name is not really important. Just make sure you get the x values correct. So the x value here, and we say the x values are the independent and they are the alcohol content, right, percent. So you're gonna go here and you select only the numbers, and then you're gonna go to the y values here. Make sure you eliminate this. You can click right here, and then the quality rating, and you select the numbers. All right, don't select more, don't select less. It has to be exactly the same number of values in order to match. The name of the series, you can call it whatever you want. It's gonna appear here on the chart title, right? Is not really important. And done. Okay, and this is your scatter plot. All right, so now what you're gonna do is you wanna match this scatter plot, and it seems like not really visible, so I think it's between the first and the third, and we see here the accumulation is around 14, 15, right? So it's not definitely around 10. So I will go with this. You can expand it to see it better. Okay, so it seems like pretty much the same, right? So I'm gonna select this one, the C, and check your answer. and it's good. Okay, now for this data they are telling you that the B0 is 3.5 and B1 is going to be 0.4. So really you don't have anything to do. You're going to take the data that they provide to you and you're going to select which statement is more appropriate. So they are talking all about the B1, right? So B1 is the slope. What the meaning of this? That means if you increase the axis with 1 unit, which is the alcohol percentage 1 unit, the rating gonna expected to increase with the value of B1. And this is the definition actually from the book. All right. So increase of 1 unit on the axis, you get increase of M on the Y's. All right. Let's check it. We got it right. All right. So for question C, you just have to plug it into the equation. So your equation is, the predicted equation is y hat. It's going to be B1 times X. So it's the form of MX plus B, right? So the M is B1 plus B0, and that will be the y-intercept. So what you're going to do is you're going to substitute the values. So the y hat here is going to be B1, which is 0.4 times 13, that's the X value, plus the B0, and it's 3.5. So now you just have to plug it into the calculator. So instead of using the calculator here, I'm gonna try to use Excel to do this operation for me. This is something that you should know. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create 2 columns. One is for the X, one is for the Y. And I'm gonna create a small table here, right? So let me zoom in. So what's gonna happen here, I'm gonna leave this one empty, and then I'm gonna start with the function. So I'm creating a function on Excel, so I have to start always with the X value. I have to start always with the equals value. And then what I'm supposed to do is MX plus B, which is 0.4 times shift and 8. And I'm going to multiply it by whatever value I'm going to put on the X later on here. All right. So I click on the box. You're going to give me P7, that's the location of the cell. And then I'm going to do a plus 3.5 and enter. So the first value going to give me 3.5. It means the value on the X is 0 here. So what I want to do here, I want to type 13 right now because it's 13%. And that's going to give me 8.7%. No, 8.7 value. All right. So go back to my question. And they want me to round to 2 decimal places. So you're going to be 8.70. And let's check the answer. And that worked. Now, the last question, I guess, is what's your conclusion, all right, from A to C, and whether the wine quality appears to be affected, all right, yes, and each increase 1% of alcohol lead to a mean increase of the wine quantity of this, it can be 0.4. And I think this is correct statement. All right. So now let's see the other statements here. We have increase versus increase, and that's whatever it is, because if you look to this is going upward. All right. So the line is going upward. That sounds good. This one increase here of 1 in the quantity, which is not correct, because whenever you increase 1 in quality, you're going to lead where the x's are the percentage, alcohol percentage, which is, this is more valuable, and this is increase both of them. So 1% to 3.5, that's wrong, because 3.5 is the y-intercept, and this one increase and increase, both of them increase. 1 in quality, no, we need the increase in alcohol percentage. So alcohol percentage, they are either C on A, and the A is the winner because it's 0.4 is the slope. Okay, done.